Agenda, first of all. Okay. As promised, we'll do a roundup of the platform. Not everybody is that is in this webinar is familiar with the platform, so I will go through so what exactly we do and the innovation that we brought on the table in the 2019 case studies. We have Hector, who will be talking about the University of Peru and the LEED certification. Another case study is from myself, this time from Ireland. Then I like to talk about some hardware partnerships that we have made across Canada, US, Italy, and Australia this year. Energy analytics trends. This is mainly kind of what we see as WATX by talking to so many energy consultancy company around the world. What we believe are the analytics trends for the energy sector and the energy service sector in the coming years. So we'll be talking about that and an outlook about our technology roadmap and what is coming up for you guys in the 2020, which are bulk upload of utility bills, expansion, performance benchmarking, favorite dashboards, and question and answer session at the end. Okay. Now, roundup. The 2019 has been a tremendous year, in our opinion. I've been talking to a few of our partners and other energy analysts that are working with us, and it's great to see kind of so many things happen. First of all, as according to our analyst and partner, we are recording a 60 to 80% time saved when creating graphs, report, insight. So effectively, our partners are telling us that through WATX, they're cutting off 60 or 80% of employees' time in doing some chores and creating charts and graphs and creating insight for their customers. And that's a huge savings, because some of our partners, they run teams of tens or hundreds of people, and by using the platform, they can speed up their services to their customers by 60 and 80% reduction, which is great. We recorded 273% partner growth over 100, up to 273%. Not all of them have growth so much, but some of them they have, and in different jurisdictions and sectors. Okay. We have opened 2 new offices in Germany and in Italy. We have 13 success stories that are published on our website, 6 new meters provided that we integrated, 40 new utility and IoT data parsers to collect data from devices that are not necessarily energy devices. No, we connect with any device that takes information from the businesses. We have 10 major software releases in the 2019, and we have over 350 minor user interface, dashboard, and security improvements to our platform. So we have been quite busy this year, and this is because this market is in continuous evolution, and we, if we want in the 2020, we want to even accelerate these trends. Okay, this is our partners' growth by geography. From Ireland, which is Ireland and UK are our kind of historical places where we started this business. Therefore, they've grown quite a lot in the previous year. So now, you know, there are so many energy service companies that are using the platform. So the growth is 39%, still significant, and Italy as well. Europe is growing significantly, but the biggest 3 are Asia, Oceania, especially Australia, and Africa, that have grown massively in terms of using our platform for their energy services and energy analytics. So we're quite happy about this growth, and we see a tremendous potential, especially in the Far East, but also Africa, to be honest. Okay. Now, what have been the innovation in WATX in the 2019? I'm not going to go through the 350 small improvements that we did, but I've selected 3 major type of innovations that are part of the WATIX platform that in the 2019, okay? On one side is to reduce analyst time and cost, creating more insights, understanding and harnessing all of this data from the meters and sensors that are deployed in businesses. As the sensors get, and these IoT devices get deployed all over the world, it's of paramount importance to harness all of this data and make sure that only the key informations are delivered and not all the noise that a sensor or a meter can generate. So we have released what's called the Peak Finder analytics. This is because when we are looking at the electricity bill, many charges are due to the peak of the bill. So having a system that quickly identifying the peak across a month is quite useful, and we've got good response from this type of analytics. Another thing is the cumulative data. Sometimes meter reports in cumulative data, and we split that data and we show it in interval data, but having a trend of visualizing cumulative data is very important, because then you can compare the utility bill with the meters that you have and do even some sort of bill validation. Big improvements on our IPMVP user interface. For who doesn't know, IPMVP stands for International Protocol for Measurements and Verification Practice. We have a beautiful tool that guides the energy analyst in the creation of measurements and verification report, so that you can prove the savings with your customer. Okay, we have done quite a significant improvement on the user interface and the user experience of our tool. We process tons of CSV data files. This is by far the most common ways of sensors and meters to send us data. Allow a flexible processing and reprocessing of these CSV files is quite important. So we worked extensively on this, and the formula meter for bill validation, and finally the deletion of data points. And this is the last point is quite important. We are probably the only company that allow our partners and our customer to delete point or create data points. So when you connect a device, you can create or delete, and this will be reflected in your monthly bill. We call it elastic pricing. So there's no more upfront charges for the whole year, but you are the owner of the platform, and therefore when you connect the device, there is a small increase in the next monthly bill. And if you delete that device because you don't need it anymore, that is reflected in the next monthly bill. So it's an elastic pricing, which saves quite a lot of money to optimize and understand what you really need effectively. Okay. Talking about collaboration tools, for us it's very important that our energy analyst collaborates also with business owners, and they share information with them. So we have released an in-app documents sharing, where you can upload reports and documents to the platform, and this gets shared with your users, but also they can download on the other side. The second part of innovation is what is called interactive notes. When you're browsing and you see you're managing your buildings and your meters, it's important to have a place where you can actually put notes and share these notes with your team, so that they can comment of spikes of certain saving actions that have been implemented or have not been implemented. But it creates that collaboration in a place where you can go back and look at everything that is being done. So basically your collaborators will receive an email, they can click on the link, and then they can be brought exactly to a certain spike or certain data hole, for example. And the third one is the third-party embedded app and website. So this one is a piece of software that allows other applications such as weather forecast dashboards, or for example Salesforce, or other Trello board, energy, so project management tool to be integrated into the Worix platform, so that you have one place where you can see all your documents, all your spreadsheets, and you can also share against with your users. So we call it third-party embedded apps, and it's a very interesting piece of technology that allows you to connect, to create effectively your tree menu and have the third-party application embedded within the dashboard. And when it comes to third-party software integration, we wanted to expand in and help Australia and Oceania with our platform there. So we integrated with a very well-known meter provider in Australia that is called WattWatcher. This integration has brought kind of loads of energy services and energy analysts onto the platform. Another one is the IoT devices of Buddy. Buddy has two bases, one in Seattle and one in Sydney. We wanted to integrate with Buddy and have them onto the platform, but they were so happy of the integration that they actually are using now Worix for all of their devices, and they recognize that it's better that they focus on the hardware side and the service side, and the analytics part will take care from them, so they're more lean in their operations. Buddy is a public it's a publicly traded company, so we're very happy to work with them. The third one is our RESTful API. We now have an API which allows third-party software engineers to retrieve the data or push the data, and using Java, using Ruby, or using Python, three main web development languages, and develop their own application. For us, this is very important because we, as Worix, we would like to empower also people, and we don't claim that we cover the whole energy management sector, because you have smart grid, you have so many things. So it is important for us to be connected to third-party applications, and therefore having an API that empowers our partners to build their own analytics is quite important. And the rest is about DataGap and Sentinel webhooks. Analysts, for whoever works with data, with sensors, data gaps, the sanity of the data that comes to the dashboard is terribly important. And sometimes it requires a huge amount of time to just do a sanity check on the data that comes from sensors. So we have done quite an extensive work in providing an intelligence behind the scene in when the data comes to Worix, that the gap is filled, or that there is some intelligence to do some interpolation across the data, and also providing notification through what we call webhooks, so that the whole process of resending the data can be automated from the sender side as well. Okay, and that is quite a lot of innovation that is going on in the 2019 from a technical standpoint. Okay, now what is the vision for the 2020? Let's start from this gentleman here. I don't know if you know him. It's probably kind of if somebody is Spanish, probably knows very well, but it says, "I'm always doing things I cannot do, and that's how I get to do them." And this is a spirit that we very much have here at Worix. We will never stop innovating. And this is Picasso, and it's why I put these slides is because sometimes a software is developed, is very good, but then it only lasts so much, because the software today becomes obsolete very quickly. So working with you guys across so many countries, across so many sectors, and with so many information that we receive on a daily basis, we are able to always keep the software up to date and keep the software state of the art. And that will allow you to differentiate and to provide better services and really to tackle climate change, which is quite an important piece for us and for you. So trends 2020 and beyond. The global energy market is estimated to increase significantly in the coming 4 years. Somebody estimates about 14% between the 20 and the 2024, reaching 25 billion. And that's only the energy management software market, not the energy service market, which is even much larger. Energy services are already bespoke and will be even more bespoke. That means that the customers is more and more demanding, and it's evolving rapidly. And a software as a service platform that stays as it is, and it doesn't bend or it doesn't adjust itself according to the needs of yourself, that is coming from our partners, it's not good. And that's why here at Wattix, we pay a lot of attention to develop bespoke functionalities for you to win more contracts. We are an enterprise software as a service, and probably this differentiates us a lot from other software as a service energy management companies, because we actually can, and we have the resources, and we have also the technology to develop new piece of functionalities for you, and so that you can close more deals, so we have done it all the time, and that has been very important for us and for our partners to grow and to align our strategies. Okay, connecting enterprise cloud energy analytics to other software is key for us. We need to be connected to enterprise resource ERP, enterprise resource planning. We need to be connecting Wattix to other devices, to our software, other platform, and so on. And in fact, with this point, in the 2020, for large companies that have already an Amazon Web Service, an AWS account, they will be able to purchase Wattix directly from AWS, which for us it's quite important, because we have been recognized by AWS as partner, which improves security, which improves the redundancy of data and the stability of the whole platform. So being as an AWS partner and be available in the AWS marketplace is quite important for us, and will avoid large companies to register a new supplier, because effectively they can buy directly from AWS if they have an account with them. Okay. Energy expert must define a path to guide clients with sites that are poorly or not metered to sites that are sub-metered and finally certified as sustainable. What does this mean? We see a trend of many partners and customers that are coming to us with a very poorly metered site, or maybe just utility bills. And those customers need to be brought into a journey where at the beginning, the bills is recognized, it's analyzed, it's validated, and then after that they can start providing more. We can start to sub-meter the place, and finally to do energy analytics and certification. So it's important that the trend, as we go in the 2020 trends, that the customers are really brought into this type of journey. And never like now, customers check website and buy based on other people's opinion, and therefore your customer must be really your green energy champion and advocate your work to the mass. This means that you and we as Wattix, but also you as partner of Wattix, we should work in conjunction to kind of tell to the people the good work that you guys are doing, the project that you've been successful, and have those customers as green energy champions that then will recommend your services to other customers, because outbound calls don't work anymore. We are flooded by information today. If people want to buy something, they go on the website and they look at reviews and they buy what they want to buy. Okay. Just as I think probably we don't need it anymore, my video, so I'm gonna stop the video so that maybe it can be quicker for somebody that is in another part of the world. So what is the vision for 2020? First of all, we will dedicate our software engineering team and our support team to you to connect new devices, new platform, allow you closing more deals. Okay, we will work very close with you to develop bespoke functionalities, provided that there is a project behind. We don't develop functionality for the sake of developing functionalities, but we'll sit with you, we'll talk about the functionalities, we'll design a mock-up, we'll understand what the project is about, what is the potential growth that you will have if this functionality is developed, and then we'll set up a contract to develop that functionalities directly for you. Okay. Third, we provide new analytics to reduce your time, creating KPI, and really manage a large bulk of data insight, automating any repetitive task that you do it, because the majority of the cost is usually on people, on employees that are doing automated and repetitive tasks that can be very quickly being automated by software. And then creating a great customer journey. Okay, if your customers have access to the platform, they need to see the platform, they need to see the services, they need to be informed about the savings that you're making, the value that you're providing for them, and therefore we need to kind of we need together, Wadex and you, creating what's called the great customer journey from thousands of sites, and so that they will get all the value from your services. We will support multiple currency. Okay, we understand that kind of in Europe there's euro, but you know, in the UK we have sterling, in the US we have dollars. We will not support all the currency, but the major ones we will do, and you will be able to buy Wadex in different currencies in the 2020. And finally, we will help you marketing and disseminating your success stories. And Hector can talk a little bit more about this shortly. But I think disseminating success stories is key in order to have more people that knows about your services. Okay. So let's now move to our partners, Hector, and talk about his success stories. Okay, Hector, are you there?
Yes. How you doing? Good afternoon, everyone. I'm here, ready to share my screen now.
Okay. Yeah, I'll stop my screen, and you should be able to share yours.
Okay. Are we there? Okay. Well, first of all, my name is Hector Miranda. I'm an energy efficiency and sustainable development consultant in Peru. I'm here to talk about PUC, the University Pontificia Universidad Católica del Perú. It's one of the largest universities.
Hector, try to change.
Yes.
Try to change it, because we are seeing the.
Oh, the other one? Okay, let's see.
You can.
Y ahora cómo hago, che. Mostrar opción de presentación. Duplicar presentación.
Yeah.
All right, it's better?
Yes, perfect.
Okay, sorry about that. Okay, as I was saying, we are located in Lima, capital of Peru. And PUC University has about 450,000 square meters of size, and already has like 64 existing buildings and is in continuous growth. Where PUC is expecting to have 50,000 community users by the next 10 years. And when I'm start to work with PUC, they start to develop a sustainable master plan. The sustainable master plan began with the building of 2 new projects. We can see these buildings, Biblioteca and Aulario. Those were the first buildings to be built at the campus 5 years ago, and LEED certification was the tool used to improve and to assure that the quality of the green building will be embedded on these new 2 projects. I was hired as a consultant to do the LEED certification, and when I was doing my job, I was studying the whole campus. I discovered that none of the buildings has an electrical meter as a basic. So on the process, we follow the guidelines of the ISCN, the International Sustainable Campus Network, and we decide that we need to manage the buildings to measure the impact on the measurements. So that's how I really was looking for a tool. I need a turnkey solution that include the deployment of smart meters to collect and record energy usage data, as well as platform that will provide visibility into how, when, and where energy is used in the campus building. So that's how I approach to Watix, and we install some measurements, some meters on the buildings, but we start with the existing buildings. Since we got a LEED certification, we have a different set, and we need to keep monitor that set on the maintenance, on the service, to make sure that everything will keep the same performance as the first day when they get the certification. Along the plan, besides to make this campus a sustainable campus with the sustainable usage of water or green spaces, we do a study of the solar movement. But part of the master plan was to work on the 64 existing buildings. Some of those buildings are going to be removed, but some of them will stay at the campus. So we start to work on 3 existing buildings to make sure that this process will allow us to keep up the sustainable campus. Along the way, we follow a university class called LEED Lab. On LEED Lab, we work with one existing buildings with the students, and on point number 6, where you see the measurement and verification, that's when we install the 3 first smart meters in 3 buildings to start using it. Well, the students got the chance to participate hands-on on the LEED certification process and on the energy audits, and they start to collect data from the smart meters from Watix. So they start to see how this building was consuming energy and learning all the KPIs that will guide us a really good support to achieve the LEED Gold certification. This was the first existing building achieving the LEED Gold certification. So the students not only graduate as architects or engineers, but they also graduate as a LEED professional construction. With that, they open a new way. So we have a fair where we're showing the new technologies for lighting, air conditioning, and of course for measurements and verifications. Thanks to this work, we will publish on the ISCN. They have a yearly publication on the World Sustainable Forum, and LEED Lab was appointed as a good case study. Right now, the campus is in continuous progress, but we have 6 buildings, which all are monitored with Watix. We are starting 2 more buildings next year, 2 more existing buildings that are going to be included, but also the university has 2 buildings outside the campus, 1 existing building and a new project is almost done that will be included on this platform. Antonio. This is my part, and I think I like to thank you for inviting me to be on your webinar, because I'm sure that we need to know and we need to measure every building in every single campus in Peru. We don't have that custom, and we have many other different campuses where the facility management or the administrative staff, they don't know how to calculate how bad are the buildings that they're managing. But thanks to WATICS, we open a new opportunities to do a better job on the energy efficiency.
Yeah. No, that's great. Thanks. Thank you very much, Hector. It was great to know kind of how you're progressing with the lead. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, it was very good, and I think it's the work that you're doing great with that you're doing there with the lead certification for the university is really great job. So be happy to be interested in knowing more about the results and the expansions as this will progress also with other universities. Today, so I want to jump forward a little bit because we are a little behind the schedule, and for the case studies, the second case studies, we may come back at the later stage if we have a little bit more time. But I wanted to introduce the featured hardware partnerships that we have in the 2019, and then move into the technology roadmap of what is coming up for the 2020, which is quite exciting. Okay, so the featured integrations, renewables. This year we have started integrating renewables that are quite widespread, like Solar Edge, and also we are looking into Fronius at the moment. IoT platform with Body, universal gateways, in this case Gabazzi, which allows to connect hundreds of different Modbus and devices and meter devices through to WATICS. The eGauge multi-channel meter in the US, very popular across Northern America. And finally, the 3G Wi-Fi Watt Watchers that is very popular in Australia and Oceania. So there are many more integrations that we have done during the 2019, but we feel that these ones are quite interesting because they're really widespread. They are plug and play into WATICS, and they're kind of it would be great if you take a look at those devices, because today we find them quite competitive. Okay, 2020 outlook of WATICS technology roadmap. Okay. I want to start with what we call the green machine revolution. And I want to start from the majority of the buildings nowadays in the 2020, although we have people that are looking into energy management software, and businesses that when we approach them now and we say to them that we do energy management, they understand a little bit what we are doing. 5 years ago was not the case. But we still have what we call the gray mass, sites that are not metered, that are only provided with utility bills. There's no understanding of their wastage, CO2, pollution, and inefficiencies. Okay. Then we have what we call the enlightened business. The enlightened businesses are businesses that decides to install real-time meters. They start to do auditing, break down energy costs, perform some sort of analysis, and they get results and detect anomalies. From there, we have what we call the green stars. Green stars are businesses that they become LEED certified or BREEAM certified or Green Star or CASPIA or ISO 50001, and they install renewable, and they understand that the future of businesses is the future of green businesses that take care of their wastage and cost. And finally, we have the energy champions. And those energy champions is the ultimately goal that we are looking for from our customers, because they will become promoter of your services, contributors of the success stories, and then will be boosters to feedback to the gray mass in terms to create this green machine. Okay. And on our side, we would like to provide 3 different engines. that will guide this gray mass towards becoming stars and champions. Okay, and in the 2020 we will provide technology for the gray mass that will allow them to benchmark a large amount of businesses and KPIs, and import these utility bills at large and start bill validation. And that would be the spark for some of them to start submit their buildings and create more insight. And then finally, the two technologies that are used for the gray mass and the enlightened business will be merged into breakdown analytics, utility bill recognition, and benchmarking. And this, for us, is a journey that we will start with you in the 2020. So the platform will become a 365-degree platform that will bring the customers that are very poorly metered with the bulk data, and will do some optical recognition of utility bills into the breakdown and benchmarking and recognition of wastages. Okay. So how do we do that? Well, if we delve more into the practicalities of what type of technologies we will bring to the table in the 2020, the first thing that I wanted to highlight is the portfolio benchmarking, performance benchmarking. What is it? Well, if we look at our dashboard and our platform today, that will be the platform will be enriched with the ability to upload portfolio of data user sites. And this is because we see more from our enterprise customers that come with the hundreds of meter devices or hundreds of thousands of sites that they have already data, and they want to upload configuration file and create metrics and tariffs and KPIs at just a one click. So we will provide a download button where they can upload a file and create all the different metrics and KPIs in one go. Okay, there will be an upload of an Excel file, correct the errors and create, and that will allow on the breakdown tab to have this new button here called benchmark. Okay. For who is familiar with the platform, this is, you know, the breakdown tab that is widely used, will be enriched with this benchmark button here. And in here you have all the different sites that are monitored at utility level with the bills or sub-meters. And then if you click on the benchmark, you'll be able to select the KPI for that particular set of buildings, and you will be also you'll be able to see it on the map. You'll have the CO2 emission on the platform, so you can convert in CO2. And then if you select the KPI, you will be able to see, for example, the kilowatt-hour consumption per square meter for the different stores, or you'll be able to see any other KPIs that you will have here as a list of KPIs, which we will have uploaded in bulk by the configuration file that I was talking before. And on the tree menu, you'll be able to add filters. Now, because there are hundreds or thousands of meter points, it is important to allow filters so that when you benchmark your building and your KPI, you'll be able to benchmark by location, by site, by meter, by sector, and you can save the segments, so you will have the different views that are already saved for you. So you can add a new filter, or you can change the filter. You can click on the bubble chart here and have, for example, the different bubble chart on the different organizations, and identify very quickly the outliers for your portfolio benchmarking. And this is, for us, is quite important, because as we expand the amount of data points, and as we will start importing utility bills, having this type of tools is key to identifying outliers and identifying where wastages are occurring, and rectify those waste. Our Sentinel will be improved quite a lot. At the moment, the Sentinel analytics works only for kilowatt. for energy, we will make it working for all the data points and KPIs. So you will have the machine learning analytics that you know already available for any performance benchmarking, and you'll be able to perform all your data points, KPI, and so on, and create alert and notifications based on the machine learning tools that allows you to identify if there is a sudden changes of your energy performance across your site. Okay. Third is the favorite dashboard. People don't have time sometimes to go through the different views, but they want to have their favorite dashboard that they can access, not necessarily from Wallix. So we will enrich the platform with a new star icon here, and the star icon will allow you to save this view as favorite. You can put a name, you can associate it to a particular user or user group, and once you save it, you will have your favorite dashboards that is associated to particular users on the main page. But not only, you will have this link, which will return a URL or a shortcode. And if you click on the shortcode and you copy the URL or the shortcode, you can actually embed the dashboard in your website or in a partner's website, on your customer website. So if you, for example, if you're looking at the Climate Chance website here, you can put charts here, and if you click on it, the user can log in, and when the user can log in, it will see, without going away from the website, a list of charts that he has saved. So it's an extension of the Wallix platform so that people can create their own views and charts and deliver to the users that they want. And also, if you click on each of these charts, you can see and analyze further on the breakdown. The last one is the automated utility bill validation. We know that many of you, or if not all of you, they do some sort of bill validation or bill importing because the tariff has to be imported on the platform. So we thought, why don't we actually help automating this bill recognition rather than having a manual import of utility bills? So through the platform, you will have what we call bill analytics that will crunch effectively your utility bills, allows to recognize the bills, recognize the whole fields, and map those fields onto the platform. And this way you will have your bill analytics, and through the bill analytics, this will be benchmarked again and will be connected with the benchmarking tool to create what we call the bill validation systems. Okay, so the utility bill benchmarking will be the initial start to then go into the benchmarking and the performance benchmarking of your meter and sub-meter points, which will complete basically the whole platform and bring the customers into that journey that we wanted to say before. Okay. On top of that, we will launch new analytics service. This is, we want to help you to take away some times from you. So the 2020, we will have also some of our analysts that if you want, they can actually spend their own time in extra services, such as create the users for you or site metric questionnaire, creation of data points and tree menu. So the whole management of the platform, which you can do it because it's effectively your own platform, and you can put your logo and you can give to your customers and do the analysis. If you want, we can help you with all the creation of the site tariffs, alerts, metrics. So we can you can purchase analyst services and not analytics, analysts. So from our analyst subscription to create project for you, or sales proposal, or support during meter installations. This is something that has been requested a lot from our partners, and we would like to provide these services if to help more with the energy services that you want to bring to the market. And that's conclude the presentation. I like to kind of then at this stage open the pitch to the question and answer. I've seen many questions, some questions here on the that are coming. But perhaps Anna or Amy, let me see if I can. Anna is there.
Sure. Yeah, I'm ready to share some of the questions. Dear all, sorry again for my voice. I just losing it every minute. I feel it, but so let us start with a couple of questions that I have. I didn't put it on the slide, Antonio, so I'll just say it out loud if that's okay.
Yeah.
So we have a question to Hector. We have basically two questions to Hector. So one of them would be a question from Anas and short question for Mr. Miranda. What level of energy saving were achieved in those three buildings at the university? So Hector, if you can unmute yourself, we'll be happy to hear.
Sure. We achieved like 20% on one and 25% on the other two. That was the level of achievement. We upgrade the lighting system, we upgrade the AC, HVAC system, and we just put some sensors on the hallways, and manually we train the administrators to keep up those savings.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, great. Thanks a lot for sharing that. We also have a question from Stephen and Cass from ClickTix to Hector. Hi Hector, on what level did you measure the energy consumption of the campus buildings? Can you identify key energy users that you need to measure to understand what is going on inside the building?
Yes, I think the first thing that I do always is an energy audit. We use ASHRAE level 2 to not only to determine what was the previous or the preliminary analysis of energy use, but also we identify all the end use equipment like pumps or AC or lighting. So when we know exactly what's consuming energy on the building, and then we can decide what strategy to follow, always depending on the capital to invest and on the willingness of the owner.
Okay, great.
At least we try to reach or to achieve minimum of 15% to 20% on all the interventions.
Okay, that's great. Thanks a lot for that. I hope Cass and Stephen, we answered your question. So we also have a question to Hector from Andres and for Hector as well. Can you show us how look what you're monitoring in WATEX for the university? I guess we have a demo scheduled with Andres and he's waiting a lot for our demo tomorrow, but if Hector you have somewhere handy your maybe access to the website, to our platform, you can share your screen just to show a couple of screens to our attendees, if that's okay with you.
I wish I could be of help for that. It's very important to show them, but I won't be able to do it right now because I'm in a conference room where I don't have access to my platform.
Okay.
But I'm telling that I'm always willing to share that personally. If he wants to visit my webpage or send me an email, I can set up a time and show him my platform with pleasure.
Okay, that sounds great. Anyway, Andres, I will show you tomorrow as well some of the screens, and I will ask Hector to send me a couple of screenshots from his platform, so I will be able, hopefully, to share that with you tomorrow. Okay, great. So let me just check if we have some other questions to Hector. No, for now. So let me go for next ones. So we have one question to Antonio from Enrique. I will like to schedule a quick call with Antonio to talk about the opportunities in Mexico. Is this possible?
Yes, it is possible, of course, Enrique. I'm gonna send you an email after this, so we can schedule some call and a Zoom webinar and or a seminar in the coming days. Okay, so we can discuss your need.
Okay, thanks, Antonio. And we also have a question from Carlos regarding CO2 feature that you mentioned. For the CO2, will it be possible to include the official national emission factors? For instance, for us in Costa Rica, this will be very important since there is a national carbon neutrality program and official emission factors have to be used for the different energy sources.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Kind of this is the goal of the tool. The CO2 emission can be set per site and per location. So yeah, I'm happy to discuss a little bit more to understand whether the CO2 is only one value or if it's multiple value that can change month on month. But certainly you will have the tool to set up very quickly your CO2 emission calculation when you're creating a site. Okay.
Yes, great. I just want to kind of add that with the help of one of our tools, which is called Formula Composer, all conversion factors can be changed, and because this tool is very flexible and you can enter manually your own conversion factor as well, you can make adjustments and different formulas. So it would be completely possible to achieve that. So the main thing that we need to have that number, right? So I hope we answered the question from Carlos. Okay, Carlos actually is adding now that for electricity, the emission factors changes once a year. So
yeah, it's perfect. Yeah, it's not a problem, Carlos.
yeah, it's much better than once a day, right, Antonio?
For sure, yes. If it's once a day, then we have to upload an Excel, or we have to automate by reading from some website that provides that calculation. But if it's once a year, like we can even schedule and do it manually. But either way is possible, either the automation or the manual upload of the conversion factor.
Yes, sure. By the way, Antonio, would you mind to share back your web camera? Because I guess we finished. Okay,
Yeah.
great. Thank you. So I guess it's much better than all attendees look at my fever and the flu face. So
Oh, I want to finish on. Is there any other questions that we need to answer? Because otherwise, it's already 1 hour sharp now, and I want to finish with to save a date for March.
Sure. As our duration of the webinar is 1 hour 30 minutes scheduled, so we have time to talk about that. And yes, we do have another one question from Stephen and Cass from ClickTix. Hi Antonio, thanks for sharing the developments for 2020. Can you say something about when the new features will be released?
My goodness. I think as soon as possible, I suppose, but maybe we can kind of, it depends on certain things. I think we certainly would like to release them in the first I don't know. I can't promise any dates because anything that I say it can be changed. But well, usually what we do when we set the strategy and we want to achieve a goal, we'll tend to stick to it and we'll put more resources to make that appearing. So I would say kind of that definitely between some of the features will start as soon as January or February, or some of the other features will the one that are more kind of time consuming will appear during the course of the years. But you need to stay tuned because it's for us, this is quite important. So we want to have them up and running as soon as possible for you. And in fact, we are also getting more software engineers. We want to accelerate that. I can't promise. I'm sorry, I can't put any specific date, but you will see things starting from January and February onwards.
Yes, great. And we got another one question to Hector. From Emily Hector. Hi Hector, what is the value of energy analytics software like Wattix for green building certification specifically?
Oh, it's a very good tool. It is, because when you certify a building, when you got a certification already in place, you need to report every month to ARC platform. And you can do it even manually, or you can do it directly from the platform. So we program the meter to the platforms. So every month all the energy consumptions or water consumptions will go directly into the platform, and we can see that performance every month thanks to that connection with the internet connection.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if I can add something on these questions, version 4 of the LEED certification requires energy management and real-time energy management from some meters. So it is to achieve a certain level of LEED certification, version 4 or above. The building needs to be monitored in real time, and another partners that it's not a panelist today, has achieved a tremendous growth by providing LEED certification in version 4 together with air quality monitoring across Asia and the US to the major retail brands. And there is a case studies also on our website for whoever wants to check their achievement in LEED certification.
Great. And we've got a question from Andres. Do you have an app for iOS and Android? I can also answer it, but I will hand over it to you, Antonio.
No, we don't a native. So everything that we develop, we use Ruby on Rails to develop, which is a very new language of development, and it's and everything is responsive. So if you open in an iPad, I do plenty of demonstration of the platform in the mobile version of iPad or mobile phones. So it actually responsive to mobile or mobile applications or mobile devices, but there is not a native app on the mobile phone. But it would be interesting to know what would be the benefits of an app in the future, because that could appear. People are on the move every time. So, but at the moment there is not a native app that is on the mobile phone, just a responsive application.
Yeah, I just would like to add that from our experience, partners do prefer to work with this application on a big screen to see bigger graphs and visualizations, but for small features as notification, they still go on your mobile via email or via SMS. So it's still covered that. So if someone wants to get instant access from, let's say, notification to detailed information for that, they always will be able to click on that link in a, let's say, email or SMS and log in through the mobile browser and see the graph or something like that. And then on a later stage when they have access to a bigger screen, just to enjoy our nice visualization. Okay, let me just check for 1 second if we have other questions. So we had another question that I've answered in the text, but I think we can also cover it while maybe other attendees would like to type their own questions, because we have a little bit of time. So it was a question from Gary. If I take Composer model, so I believe Gary refers to our Composer pricing package on the website, is technical support dedicated for 24 hours? Because there is a different time in Ireland and Jakarta, which is Indonesia, for 8 hours. And if there is a question about technical from my client when I'm meeting with them at time 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. in Indonesia. So I can lead this question because I already replied to Gary, and it's a quite typical question. I believe that I can hear. And I would say this question appears only in the beginning before start partnership with Wodex. Because in Wodex, first of all, I would reply for the first question, no, we don't have 24-hour support. Our support works from 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. Irish time. But we do have, first of all, extensive offline knowledge base, which allows you to have access to different type of questions. So we have knowledge base in a specific live chat and also on the website. We also have a very good YouTube channel with a lot of webinars that you might enjoy watching videos with important and useful information. On the other hand, I was just kind of would like to comfort all people from different time zones, telling that we have experience working in many, many countries, and I believe with 11 hours we do work as well in two ways, minus 11 hours from us and plus 11 hours from us. And it's good so far, because in reality, you wouldn't need our live support for that much, because of we'd provide training sessions always on an onboarding stage to make sure that you would have all knowledge and information that you need to achieve your goals, to set up your reports, and to be prepared for meetings with your customers. So I do understand the nature of the question. It always comes before starting a partnership, but in reality, kind of the life support is not a big of kind of an issue, and we're always happy to schedule some meetings in advance. And even though we don't have this 24-hour support on the market, our response time is much lower than average on the market. So our technical support is really amazing, and Antonio know that how cool it is, and all questions are replied always. The response time is amazing. Sometimes it's even minutes or kind of hours, but it always solved. So don't be worried about that.
I think so, and yes, as we will expand, we keep on providing always new information and articles, so that our customers are really independent from us. But on the other side, we have an in-app application, so it's a chat effectively where you can leave always a message there. If there is somebody, we will get immediately your request, even on our mobile phones. Sometimes, our customer success team responds where they are not even in the office, so we tend to kind of provide as much as possible customer support. We know that this is important, yeah, we also want to develop a platform that is very simple to use and allows our partners to be independent from us, because then it's great to have something that they can master without requesting always questions to us.
Yes, absolutely. Thanks, Antonio. And I see that we don't have any questions anymore, but we have a comment from Anas. He says, thanks for the webinar and the good outlook sharing. Thanks again for attending us. But before, guys, we let you go, we would like to share one good news about next year. So give me just a second and I will share my screen showing you what exactly we would like to announce. So save the date. So next year, in March 23rd, 2020, we will be hosting a workshop for our partners in Dublin. It's basically where we're located, right? So this great workshop is also scheduled in a very specific time, because at that time in Dublin there would be Green Build Europe event on 21st, 4th and 25th of March. So just the day before you can arrive, and if you would like to participate in a big event, European event, we would also like to invite you to our workshop. So we will be announcing a little bit later our speakers and location, exact location in Dublin, but so you know, it's in Dublin and Ireland. And Antonio, if you want to add a couple of words about that, please do.
Yes, yes, yes. So the WARIX Energy Learning Community Workshop, it aims at creating that network between our partners. And it's been, we have done that workshop 2 years ago, and has been a tremendous success. It has sparked some network and some collaboration between energy service companies that are located in different parts of the world. But sometimes we work with multinational companies that have retail stores or manufacturing facilities in different countries, and sometimes helping each other, it's important. So we want to create a community. We want to learn from each other. So please save the date and come to Dublin. It will be a great event. And the response 2 years ago was amazing, and still now partners they have asked whether we are doing a workshop again, because it was a good event. The fact that there is Green Build, which is a well-known conference in the LEED certification, and will attract loads of energy analysts and loads of lead certifications from the US. It is a good coincidence to have. So you come to the WATIX workshop, and then you spend a day with us. We'll go out for dinner, and then in the next day you can do the Greenbelt conference in Croke Park, which is the stadium here in Dublin. So we hope we'll see each other in Dublin here.
Yes, absolutely. Great. And just as a conclusion, I want to say to everyone, thanks again for attending today. We will be sending a recording and some of these slides and presentation to you tomorrow by the end of day, probably. Just we will need to have some time, and we would like to share with you two presentations together with today and tomorrow, because some of the questions might be different, so you might benefit from that. As well, I would like to take an advantage of having a little bit of time and to remind to all partners who are connected today, do not forget to schedule another training session with our customer success team to remind yourself some of the features and to learn more about some of the recent releases that we have done. So in new year, you will be ready for your demos. You can schedule for next year beginning as well, because you might have access to the calendar, and better do that in advance, so everyone will be aligned with new releases and everything. And for people who are not yet WATIX partners, I do invite you to schedule a demo with us. You can do that replying to email, or you can do it on our website, or you can just leave your email address in the chat and sending it only to panelists, so no one will see it other than us, and we will be contacting you and schedule a nice demo so we can tell a little bit more in details how WATIX platform works and what we are, how we can make an established partnership with you in your country.
Yeah, that's great. And I want to thank you, Anna, for being present and at this webinar. You know, where, although kind of you're not in a great shape, a little bit fever there, but it's been great to have you.
Thanks,
Yes,
Antonio.
please do come to us, organize a seminar. It's important that your platform has the tariff, has everything set. Use our customer success team. You know that we are very responsive in having everything ready for you and even more. So we'll do the extra mile to make the platform right for what you need and for what your customer needs. So please get in touch with us. And then if we are closing this, I like to wish a very happy Christmas to everybody. It's not far from the break. To you, to your family, and I hope to see you in Dublin or before in one of our seminars that we organize for you. Okay.
Okay, great. Thanks to everyone. And I also see a comment from David. He says, thanks for the presentation. Also, I can confirm the great customer support and a fast response time. Thanks, David. Very happy to hear that.
All right. Okay.
Thank you very much also. Thank you everyone, every assistant. Thank you, Antonio. Thank you, Anna. It was a pleasure to be with you today.
Actually, it was great to listen to your story, and I'm sure we'll see each other here in Dublin very soon.
Definitely.
Okay, Hector. Okay.
Okay, great.
I close the meeting and have a great day to everybody. Take care.